What's going on, y'all? Restoring a Princess, your boy G Money here, and today we are coming from the PMU, and I am here with Eric, the project engineer. How you doing, Eric?
Thank you, well.
So what does a project engineer do?
A project engineer tries to monitor everything on a project.
Okay.
Because we have a contractor, which is Ballas Nederland, and we have an employer, which is PGIA. And in between those two parties, the engineer, my company Royal Haskoning, is placed to make sure that the contract is adhered to by both parties. And that means not only looking at the quality of the works, but also the measurement of the works, the contractual aspects like programming and scheduling, not only for Ballas now, by the way, because we have various equipment packages, like the baggage handling system, like the bridges, like the backdrops, like many screens that you've seen in the building. So the engineer is, let's say, not an independent party, but we are in between all the parties. We also have to schedule the meetings and try to make sure the interfaces are done properly on technical programming and coordination level, and that is a big task.
I can see. So how does one, a project engineer, get a job like this? Does the airport go on LinkedIn and they search, or how did you get the job?
People use LinkedIn.
This project is a World Bank contract, and this form of contracts, the FIDIC they call it, is a construction project. And the FIDIC Red Book defines that an engineer must be appointed over the contract. So you don't get the job, but you can, let's say, through the process of the projects that are ongoing in the world, various employers look for engineers in that position under this contract.
So let's just say if I'm building a house and I have the construction company, I would need a project engineer.
For a house it's a bit simple for an engineer to be on that, because we're also a consultant. And the consultant looks at all the technical aspects. We are not the architect. We are not the designer. We work with what the design has been provided to us under the contract. To look at the priority of the documents, a specification, a drawing, or a site letter related to the contract design. So for a house it's a bit complex to have an engineer appointed.
I see. All right.
But it's usually for such large, multi-million-dollar various parties, because we have about 16 parties involved, not only Ballas Nederland, but the equipment packages. And all of them come together. And that's why the engineer is put on top, next to, by the way, the project management unit. Of course, we should not forget that the project management unit is there as well.
So, have you ever worked on an airport before?
Yes, I've been doing this for 20 years. I haven't seen the Netherlands in 20 years.
Are you serious? Yeah. So what other airports have you worked on?
I started in Cairo, TB2 it's called. Then I worked in Yemen in a busy period during the war, and then I went to Kenya for 7 years. Then I went to Iran and Kuwait, and I was also in Sint Eustatius, and now I'm here.
He's got some serious frequent flyer miles.
Billions of frequent flyer miles.
So question, you've worked on all these airports.
Yes.
Princess, what is different about the Princess that you've never encountered at another airport when it comes to
the reconstruction project? The reconstruction project is so much complexer and difficult than a new build project. Because a reconstruction project, you first have to look at what is existing, and it was very well prepared by the architects. But you always encounter things. Plus you need to keep it operational. And to keep things operational with so many passengers, it's not easy to look at ground, top, bottom. And especially when you commission new systems, they need to run smooth with the current operations. Power, data, transmissions, people. Not providing disruptions. So it's very complex because the operations are ongoing, and the contractor has their scope of works and their intentions to not disrupt, but especially when you work above or under each other,
Correct.
you will always have penetrations or sound, but also dust and noise and smells that you need to mitigate between each other, and you need to prepare timely, and a contractor is always in a hurry.
True.
So that's a very complex part of it.
Very complex part of it. So you guys are slowly but surely coming to the end of this project?
We are very much running to the end of this project, sir. Yeah.
And how has it been, like, you know, time-wise and?
I came in 2021 in July, then the project didn't start, but I was here to do the groundworks as the engineer again, to look at the projects and documents, how to prepare certain systems and system, let's say, interfaces between the records and the contracts.
Okay.
So luckily in October it started. We were occupying the total empty area. I think I've seen you before over there.
You think so?
Yes. Luckily in around January we started with the first dismantling works, because part of the contract is to identify if the drawings match the existing situation. So we first took 2 months of looking at does everything match, so we can start, because even a light bulb, if you move it from the wall, there is a bill item for payment attached. So we need to ensure that all these items were in place.
So you guys are doing all these T
yes.
crossing, I dot, and making sure everything is.
Every linear meter of wall or glass or gypsum or a light bulb or everything.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So I have an idea. How about me and you go outside and take a look at some of the stuff that you guys did?
That means in the existing part, or you want to go into the construction part?
What do you suggest?
You've seen the existing part.
Yeah, let's go.
You've seen the new part.
Yeah, I want to go to the construction part.
No problem, we can have a walk there.
Okay, so Eric, you got us here in the belly of the beast. Exactly where are we now?
We are now just after the future immigration to the island.
Okay.
So after the arrivals, people go to the passport control, and we'll have the baggage reclaim belts that are coming up.
Okay.
So this is all ballast Nedam.
Okay.
And here is one of those equipment packages. The baggage handling system supplier will come in. Part of those interface discussions that we always have with all the other parties.
Okay.
Floor needs to be ready, ceiling needs to be ready, and then they can start with their baggage system.
So do you guys like every day have to do like an inspection, walk around to see what's done, what's not done? Or?
Yes, the supervisors that we also just met, they are invited by the contractor to do inspections on quantities. But we also have our bi-weekly safety walk downs for the safety aspects with the management of Ballast Nedam and the project management unit. And yes, we have various, let's say, coordination interface visits to see, hey, we find something here, it's not on the drawing, because everything starts with a drawing. Also for this project, the architect made drawings, but that's the intent.
Okay.
The contractor needs to make shop drawings to combine a door with a wall, with a light fitting, and all those drawings come together in what you see here. So our team, myself and the DR, everybody, we walk around to check, is this 5 centimeters or 10 centimeters, make adjustments, call the construction manager, make a new situation, and then we finish.
And about how big is your team? About
we
how many
have
people?
We have on site 6 people.
Okay.
Me, my deputy, and then we have one architect, one structural, and administration, and then 2 mechanical, electrical. So only 6. But we have a back office. So for the complex items like fire alarm, or even the baggage handling system commission, because the departure baggage is very complex.
What do you mean by that, very complex?
They have a screening machine, and they need to talk to the various airlines. The code that the airline sends need to be processed, and it can be coupled to the person. It's all privacy related, very complex. But all these people come to do visits on request at a certain moment. We have fire specialists, HVAC specialists that come to visit. Environmental people we have also coming to the project once in a while to see how the adherence is with the waste processing, waste disposal.
They have safety.
Yes, every Monday we have a big meeting with the contractor on the morning, like a toolbox meeting. Every 2 weeks we have special meeting to define what's going on in the coming period. if there was injuries, what
Right.
was the reason of the injury, how to treat it. A lot
It
of
seems
things.
to me that you guys
Yes.
have the most difficult job because you have to go in between the airport and the contractor, and you guys have to go back and forth, back and forth. Am I right in saying that? You guys?
You are very well right. That we are the pinnacle of it, we're the spider, but we're also the web. And it looks like it's very complex, and there's very stressful moments, especially when there's high-level decisions to be taken.
Right,
But everything has a natural flow.
right.
If you don't take step A, step B will never come.
True.
And my team is experienced, and we have done this for a lot of projects. So we can get very excited at a certain moment, but it doesn't help the project forward.
Correct.
You need to look what's going on in the coming weeks and anticipate, control, request for a meeting, even with the airport staff, to have interface meetings, or when an operational area becomes a site, or vice versa. It's
It's complex.
go with the flow and don't panic.
Don't panic! Don't panic!
Because
Right.
if you panic, nothing goes.
Yeah, nothing worked.
No.
Well, Eric, I gotta say, you and your team are a very integral part of restoring the Princess.
Yeah.
And you guys have a very, very difficult job every day to make sure side A flows and side B flows when it comes to the contractor, when it comes to the project, make sure everything good. But you guys are doing a great job, and I gotta say, I commend you guys.
Thank
And
you very much. Thank you very much also for visiting.
Yes,
It's
well-
good to tell us and everybody what we are trying to do for the island, for ourselves, because it's what we do. We like to do the projects, and
Because, yeah,
we like to hand it over at a good moment.
Yeah, because you drive by and you really don't, some people don't really see inside
Yes.
and the detailed stuff that
Thanks
you guys.
to you, they see everything. Right? No, and great job also from your side.
So thank you. Hey, it's Restoring a Princess, and it's your boy G Money. Please follow us on YouTube. Follow us and make sure you watch all the episodes and catch up on past episodes. And we got a lot more stuff coming. And don't forget, the Princess is celebrating 80 years. So make sure you keep tuned in. Until next time, for Restoring a Princess, this is G Money.